I hope you are fine. I'm sharing this video with you, which will help you revise the concepts of Chapter 1 of your computer textbook, that is Input, Output, and Storage Devices. I had already mentioned in my first video that the entire chapter I am going to divide it into two parts. The first part has been covered in the first video. This video will be focusing on the second part, which is going to cover these four topics: output devices, memory units, types of memory, and storage devices. So let's start the recap. You already know that the output devices are used to display the data that you have entered into the computer and the results that we get after processing of the data. So now we are moving to the examples of output devices. Monitor. Monitor is also known as VDU, that means Visual Display Unit. There are three types of monitors. They are CRT monitors, LCD monitors, and LED monitors. The basic difference is due to the quality of the output, the sharpness of the image, and the shape and size. So the first is the CRT monitors. They are generally less expensive but consume more electricity. Next is the LCD monitors. They are thinner, lighter, and consume less electricity and display sharp images as compared to the CRT monitors. Next is the LED monitors. These monitors look more or less same as LCD monitors, but they have better picture quality and are in more demand as compared to the LCD monitors. Speakers. You all know the function of a speaker. It is used to listen to music and sound effects from the computer. They are either inbuilt or connected with cables to the CPU. Printer. You already know that a printer prints the output on a paper and the printed copy is called the hard copy. We have three types of printers. They are the dot matrix printer, inkjet printer, and the laser printer. Dot matrix printer. It works like a typewriter and creates the impression by striking on the paper. Because of this, it's very noisy and does not produce high quality output. And it also gives only black and white printouts. Next is inkjet printer. It sprays droplets of ink on the paper and forms text and graphics. It gives both the black and white and colored printouts. Next is the laser printer. It uses laser beams and dry ink to print. It is used for high quality output and it is very fast. Before learning about the storage devices, you should be aware of the concept of memory in a computer. You already have been taught about the different units of measuring distance, weight, and volume in maths. So similarly, we have different units for measuring the storage capacity of a computer. In your previous class, you had been taught that the computer understands only one language, which is known as the binary language. This language is made up of only two digits, that is zeros and ones. These digits are called binary digits, or in short we call them bits, and they get stored inside the computer memory. So when we have 8 bits of information, it gets converted into 1 byte. Similarly, when we have 1024 bytes, it gets converted into 1 kilobyte. So you can scroll the list and see the different units of measurement. Now the question is, why is it important? It is important because it tells us how much data can be stored in the computer. Types of memory. The computer memory is divided into two types, that is the internal or primary memory and external or secondary memory. The internal or the primary memory is further divided into two types, that is RAM and ROM. Similarly, the external or the secondary memory is divided into different types, that is hard disk, CD, DVD, Blu-ray disc, flash drive or pen drive, and memory card. Internal memory or the primary memory. This is a built-in memory and designed to store the data while the computer is working. But the data gets erased when the computer is turned off without saving the file. It is of two types. First one is RAM, Random Access Memory. The stored information is temporary in nature and it works like a blackboard that can be overwritten with new data. That means you can rewrite and erase and rewrite again on it. One thing that you need to remember is that the information stored here is lost when you turn off your computer or the power goes off. The second type is ROM, read-only memory. This memory holds the startup information that prepares a computer for use. Now, what is startup information? It means all those important softwares which are required for the proper functioning of a computer. The information stored here cannot be changed. It is permanent in nature, and the stored information is not lost even when the power is switched off. The second type of the memory is the external or the secondary memory. The files that you save inside this memory is permanent in nature. So now let's see the different types. The first is the hard disk. It is the main storage device of a computer. It is available in two forms. One is the internal or the fixed hard disk, and the second is the external hard disk. Internal or fixed hard disk is fixed inside the CPU, whereas the external hard disk is attached to the CPU through a USB cable and is smaller than the internal hard disk and can be carried anywhere easily. The hard disk can store up to 8 terabyte of data. The next example is the compact disc, also called as CD. It is thin and shiny and can store data up to 700 MB and measures 4.7 inches in diameter. The next is digital versatile disc, commonly called as DVD. It is used for data storage and for recording movies with high video and sound quality. The storage capacity varies from 4.7 GB to 17 GB. Next is Blu-ray disc. It is a new storage disc that can store data up to 128 GB, and it is mainly used for storing high quality sound, games and movie data. It is known as Blu-ray disc as it uses blue, violet, laser rays to read and write data on it. The next device is the pen drive or the flash drive. It is the most popular data backup or storage device. It is a plug and play device. It is small in size and light in weight and can store up to 4 TB of data. The last device is the memory card. A memory card is a storage medium for portable devices like mobiles, digital cameras, and music players. And you can transfer the clicked images, videos, or saved music files into your computer using them. This brings us to the end of part 2 as well as chapter 1. I hope you have understood the concepts well and have better clarity now. Thank you and stay safe.